can we do about fuel prices in this country? Fuel prices, which were as high in the New York Northeast region as $4.40, $4.50 per gallon, have now gone down to a level of about $3.90. So what's going to happen here? The answer is Americans are going to vote with their feet. That's what's happened traditionally throughout the world over the last several hundred years. Is people tell you what they do by showing you what they do with the money in their pocket. And that's what's going to determine what's going to ultimately happen with fuel prices. There's no question that Detroit, for 30 years, has done this country a disservice by lobbying with the Congress against emission standards, against safety seat belts, against airbags, and for years they lobbied against increased miles per gallon with the Congress. They put millions of dollars into the pockets of politicians to tell them, please don't give us laws which will increase the miles per gallon. And what they usually do is they have a Democratic member of Congress from the Michigan delegation who's there with tremendous seniority lead the battle. And that's what's happened over the last dozen years. Nancy Pelosi, to her credit, in the last 2 years, made sure that a new miles per gallon law with increased miles per fuel consumption became law, that over the next several years we're going to have to move up to 30 plus miles to the gallon. That's going to happen anyway because Americans are going to vote with their feet. You can see already we're moving towards smaller cars. There's going to be a revolution in technology in terms of how to heat and air condition houses, in terms of insulation and so forth. That has to come over to just the short term, the next 2, 3, 4 years, because Americans are going to smarten up that government hasn't done anything for 30 years, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, and we're going to have to do it ourselves. So we're going to move towards diesel cars. We're going to move towards electrified cars. We're going to move increasingly towards nuclear power in this country. And they probably are going to have to open up the shores or the shorelines of the United States and put oil drilling equipment off the shorelines, more of it in Texas, Louisiana, off California, to probably increase the supply of fossil fuel by maybe 2 or 3 million gallons a day in this country. barrels. Because we currently have about 80 million barrels per day of world consumption of oil and world supply, of which we use probably about 25%. So you're going to see things change dramatically. Fuel prices may come down more and really should. Our work shows that fuel prices should get back down to $60, $70 per barrel somewhere over the next 6 months as you take the speculators out of oil. This is what you got to watch in the daily fluctuation of the price per barrel of oil. If it's more than $4, $5 in a day, up or down, that's speculators coming in, because the world demand and supply of oil is such that oil prices cannot move more than $1 or $2 per day in terms of actual fluctuation in supply and demand. Oil is also priced at the last barrel of oil that's produced for the day. So it's not an average price for all 80 million barrels. It's the price of the margin, at the margin. The last barrel of oil produced for the day determines the price. But now we've got speculators in there, and that has added, in our opinion, something between 30, 40, 50, and at the peak as much as $60 per barrel to a barrel of oil has been pure speculation. People saying it's going higher, it's going lower, and making their bets accordingly. Good luck to you.